With a salary cap crunch looming next year, which of the Canadiens' potential unrestricted free agent forwards do you think will leave?
Well, I think it's going to come down, obviously, to money and how much money is left to be spent. I mean, we've heard grumblings about Danault as far as how he'd like to see himself positioned in the lineup, and with that usually comes, money to be paid for those individuals. But I think that Marc Bergevin has some choices to be made. He's got Tatar on the radar also, and he's going to have to find a way to fit these guys in the salary structure and also keep them happy. But I think Danault is a key part of this picture, and I think that it's going to depend obviously on what he feels his worth is, and what's left in the pie that maybe will allow him to sign in Montreal.
Yeah, as Marc Bergevin said in his video conference, he's already looking forward to the 21-22 season, and I'm realizing he's going to have to bring young kids in to replace guys just because of the salary cap. He's going to need young guys on entry level contracts. Tatar is a guy that they could be gone. As you mentioned, Danault, Rick, I think Danault is a really key player, and he's also a Bergevin guy. I mean, Bergevin was in charge of scouting when the Blackhawks drafted him. He acquired him from the Blackhawks early in his tenure as GM, so I'm sure he'd like to keep him. A lot's going to depend on what players want, how much they want. Tatar is a guy who's a proven 20-goal scorer. That's a tough guy to lose. You also have Armia, Lekin, and Byron. Those are three guys that, you could see them maybe, rather than moving one guy with a big salary, moving out three guys with sort of smaller salaries and bringing in younger guys to fill those roles. Lekin works his butt off. He plays a solid game, but he really struggles putting the puck in the net. Maybe they can find a younger guy with a similar role, maybe with a little bit more offense to provide. So it's going to be interesting moving forward to see what Bergevin does. But I think Philippe Danault is a guy he really doesn't want to lose. I think he'd probably be at the top of his list as far as getting one of those free agents signed.
But I wonder if you're Philippe Danault, if you are curious to hit the market and see what you could get, because he really has made a name for himself as a proven two-way center, and there could be a lot of teams looking for a player like him and might have a little bit more money than the Montreal Canadiens do. So I wonder if it's going to be more on his side than Marc Bergevin's side to be able to re-sign him. And when it comes to Paul Byron, I just don't know if he will be, again, with the Montreal Canadiens, as he's a small player. He's also getting a little bit older in age. So he might be a player that Marc Bergevin might say, you know what, we thank you for your time, but we won't move forward.
And with Danault, you wonder the homeboy thing too, right? I mean, he's from the Montreal area, he's a French guy, his family, his parents, you see his father at most of the games at the Bell Center. That might factor into his thinking also with the new contract. But you're right, Jess, I'm sure he would want to wonder, or is wondering what he might be worth on the open market. I'm sure a lot of teams would want him.
All right, go to hockeyinsideout.com now and check out this week's full episode.